Hi there. Another series, well, another episode to the new series. But Baby Quilt Mania, turning scraps and bits and bobs into masterpieces, luxurious quilts, however you want to put it. We started off with this center. This was an orphan block sent to me by, if I can remember, it is Mona Did What. It's another quilting channel. So Mona Did What sent me this when we were doing the lap quilt challenges, and I went ahead and started adding some strips to it. And I'm going to add a strip here, and we're going to make this to a luxurious baby's blanket, because why not? Because we can. So I am looking for something that's maybe a little skinny. Look, I have a pile of scraps here. This is maybe a little too bright, but we may use it. Here we go. We'll go with this. We will go with, see if I have something that's yellowish here. We're just going to find our scrap that looks good, that fits there, and we're going to go with it. So I'm just going to come here. I have an assorted amount of strips that were left over from the other baby's quilts that I have made for on this NICU. And it's for HIE Heroes. It's going through that division. So we are going to come in here and we are, again, we're going to I'm just showing you ideas. I've done something like this, very similar in the past, but we're just going to keep showing you the different quilts I've made. You may lose interest because it is a little similar, but this is using an orphan block that we had. And we can use that for later on. And we're going to go ahead here, and I'm going to take this for right now, and I'm going to finger press this a little bit. And I'm going to come in here and let's see, I have a big strip. Look at this. I still have, I think I can, in here. I can use this. And let's see, what does that look like here? You know what? I'm going to just go ahead and use this. Add this right in here because it's a nice, big, thick strip. I am trying to achieve the size of a 36 by 36 inch, you know, luxurious. Let's call it luxurious. Luxurious baby quilt here. So we're going to come in here. And then I have the bear's toss. The words are going this way. I'm going to have the words now going out so that if the baby's got the blanket this way, it could read this way, but if the baby's got the blanket this way, it could read that way. So not necessarily matchy-matchy, but just thinking out of the box. So I'm coming in here and I am going to go ahead and sew this down. Now, I'm not giving you measurements to any of this because this is truly a total improv quilt using whatever you got laying around. Most importantly, we started off with a orphan block. So I'm going to press that right here and right here. And press this here. Oh, I could have cut those off. Oh well. We'll cut those off. Would have been easier for me to cut it off earlier, but that's all right. We will. Many ways to do this. You normally see me where I don't have it pressed. But we're just going to come in here. I look at the line. I match up my line horizontally. Here, match up there. and then just chop a lot. Same thing over here. So now you've seen me kind of trim off these in multiple ways. I just line this up with my sew, the corner, chop a lot. There we go. So I have this, and in front of me I still need some more to this. So we are going to add more strips. Now what strip do I have? I have some of this. This is from another quilt, and I have 2 of them, so we're going to add this right to it. And really, we're just improvising this. And now we're going to take this on the other side. And now my follow your dreams was directed to where the saying was on this side, and now I want the saying to be on this side to match this section. This is something you don't have to think about, because being that this is totally improv, it doesn't really matter, but you know, I have to think of these things. All right, so I lost my thread, and we will get that going. And pedal to the metal. Whoops, what happened there? Is everything good? Everything looks good. My machine is just making noise. It didn't like how fast I was going with it. That's it. And look at that. We won chicken bobbin, because it just told me that I am out. And look, I still have a little piece. Bloop. So this is a good time to also use up some bobbins, older bobbins you may have laying around. That one was a blue one, and now we have a pink one. Let's just, and we can go ahead again, improv piecing. So improv piecing, you know, there's a little bit of trimming, a lot of pressing, and a lot of creativity. Come over here, grab this other, and now we are going to press this. You know, you can do this intentional with intentional scraps. I just went into my bucket of scraps from making these baby quilts, and I'm just going for it. Again, looking for color, looking for words, looking for variety of just intrigue. Keep the baby engaged when it's tummy time or just looking around. So I come here and I measure, and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the one end, and this, and here we need to add a lot. We need to add a lot to this end. So we are going to go ahead and just go and put some skinny bips and bops. You like that? Skinny bips and bops. And let's see. Does any of these yellows I have come all the way through? Nope. See, I just come in and kind of see what I've got going on here. So this is a good one for the side piece, which does not, this could be good for the outside. So we're going to take these big pieces. Oh, look, I have some of this. This will be perfect. You see this? We're going to use some of this. We are going to add some of this to the top and bottom, almost a courthouse step-ish going on here. If I had to name a sort of a pattern that I was following. We are at 11 minutes right now. Yes. Oh, guess what? I went so fast that my needle came out. Is that not wild? That is wild. All right, so now we have intriguing situation going on here. So I am going to cut this and cut this and come in here and put this here. Now this is a new needle. I'm not sure why it doesn't like me, but we're gonna try it again. If it happens again, we'll have to change the needle because for whatever reason, all right, so we're back, screwing everything in, and here we go. So now I have this other piece here, and let's see, it is long enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trim. Again, improv, we have to trim as we go, especially if we have pieces that are longer. Here we are. We're going to use this piece now on this side. And I'll tell you, this here, this little piece of fabric, this actually came off of the sides of, you know, when you if you long arm or you get your quilts long armed and they come back and you have that little side piece, those side pieces, that's what this is. This is from that. Now we have this, and we're going to trim again. And now we're going to press. So we have our board. And now we have to add some side pieces, some big, thick, chunky side pieces. Okay, we're going to be adding some thick, chunky side pieces. So I think we're pretty close to the 36 in the one way. And so here we are. So we need to add some width to this. And with that, let's see. What are we on this? We definitely have the 36 this way. So we need to now start adding thickness the other way. And this isn't a 36-inch piece. So we may have to add to this, you know. And then I have this chunky piece. Now this chunky piece here, is with a fabric. So we're going to take this piece here. We're going to trim our selvage off of this. And we're going to use it. Here we are. I'm going to open it up. And now we are going to add that. And we're going to use this. I think this is going to work out. Watch this. All right. So we're going to add this. And I'm going to back tack here because I don't think I'm going to have anything going across that to kind of close in that corner piece. It's better for long arming. So we are about 16 minutes in with all the things that we had to stop and do. So really, we're going to get an improv baby quilt using, starting off with a Orphan block really quick. So in the description down below, I will actually tag the content creator who sent me this Orphan block, and yes, I got tagged there. Just in case if you don't know who it is, go check out Mona. There's so many content creators that have helped me throughout the years. Well, this is kind of my second year into this adventure. All right, so we're going to press this because I want to see where we're at. So now I have this, and we're going to press this here. Now, is this an intricate blanket? No. This is going, I don't like to use passing it forward. We're passing forward this blanket. Okay, so now what I'm looking at is I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. 6.5 if you take that. It's gonna probably be just shy of 36 inches, but that's okay. So I have this piece. Is it gonna be long enough for me to add to here? And the answer is, don't think so. Very close, but no cigar. See that? Very close. So this piece here is a 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a 6.5 inch piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find something in my stash real quick because I'm recording 6.5 inch wide, and it doesn't seem like I have anything like right here in my face at 6.5. I will say I do have some of this, and if I look at this, if I kind of, let's see how much we need. We can do this. Watch this. We're just going to Frankenpiece, like that word, Frankenpiece. We're going to Frankenpiece a piece about this big. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to take this whole piece right here, and right there, and I'm going to give it to here. I'm going to cut. That should give me enough of what I'm short. Sometimes we really have to improv. So I'm going to Frankenpiece this. And that just means that I'm going to make this piece bigger. I don't even know if that's a real quilt word or not, but we use it. We all use it, right? So here we are. We're going to take this, and now I am going to take this piece here and I'm going to take off the selvage. Cut that off. And then I'm going to take this here, and this has to be 6.5 inches wide. So I am going to find something that is bigger than 6.5. No, that's way too, here, we're going to use this big thing. Ready? I'm going to take this, and yes, this is, if I do this like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5. We can make things work even perfect. We don't have a bow or a U. So now I'm going to take this piece, and I decided I'm going to put all these hippos and kitty cats towards the top. So I'm going to go ahead and add this Franken piece bit. And now I think I'll have a strip long enough. And what I will do is I will come here and go where, well, it doesn't really matter where, because both ends, right, have this fabric. So it's just going to look like a continuation, like I've made a continuation in one corner. But what I want to do is I want to use the most I can of this fabric. So I am the hippo fabric. So I'm going to come on over here and sew where the top is. And I'm going to, again, back tack. You know, I also have to give another shout out. I have to give a shout out to Deb, the Pug Mama Quilter, because she is one of my moderators. I have lots of moderators, and I will slowly give my thanks. But I do have to thank Deb. She moderates. She's there in the mornings with me. She supports a lot of us channels, and I feel we need to support her channel as well. And she does a lot with Mona. She does a lot with Mona. So not only will I put Mona's channel down below, I will also put Deb's. So if you don't know who they are, please go check them out. Subscribe. You know, it really helps us all out. And I think we just made, with everything, with the having to look for more fabric, figuring it out, we made a baby quilt in like 23 minutes using, yes, I'm going to put this up, using started all off with this Orphan block that was gifted to me and some strips. So I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Take care of yourself, pass it forward, and please go check out those 2 channels and subscribe. Take care. See you soon. Bye.